Happy New Year's Eve, everybody, and welcome to your Weather Wednesday. I'm meteorologist Jason Laird with your Clear Source forecast. And I got to tell you, despite warmer than average temperatures for most and breezy conditions, we don't have a whole heck of a lot going on here this weekend. And the other thing, too, I wanted to ask you a quick question off of the top, if you wouldn't mind responding in the comments. I've been noticing the average watch time on these videos has been right around that 4.5 minute realm. So I'm going to try to keep them a little bit shorter so people don't get bored. But let me know, how long would you like these forecasts to be? They've been about that 7.5 minute realm, but we can shorten them up. We can keep them longer. We can do whatever the heck you want. So let me know in the comments in terms of how long you would like these Weather Wednesdays to be. Okay, so starting things off, whole lot of nothing to talk about. Check it out. Not a single watch warning advisory through pretty much any of Montana right now in terms of weather alerts. So good news there, not a lot, just again, warmer than average temperatures for most and staying a little bit breezy for us. So in terms of weather forecast, we've still got a bit of a stationary front camped out over Montana. So what that's doing here is we've got colder temperatures in eastern Montana and northeastern Montana. Not too bad, pretty mild for central Montana, a little bit windy, and then we start to cool off a little bit again on the westward side of the mountains, but nothing too crazy temperature-wise. As we head into this evening, again, not a lot of change there, a little bit of high pressure out to our west, most of that moisture staying down into the southwestern corner of the United States, pretty mundane, mild weather conditions here in Montana. As we head into Thursday morning, still more of the same, colder air to the northeast, pretty mild into central Montana for the most part, and a majority of that moisture sticking with us into the southwestern United States, all right? We're going to start to see a couple of changes here for at least western Montana as we head into the weekend. Thursday morning, tomorrow, still pretty mild, a little bit more of that moisture expected to start drawing into the area by Friday. I'm anticipating all of that moisture is going to stay on the westward side of the mountains. We're going to stay breezy into central Montana, a little bit cooler into northeastern Montana. Moisture-wise, heading into the weekend, though, it's pretty much all going to stay into western Montana. We're looking at, again, Friday evening now, not a lot of change. Now, when we take things out through the weekend, really kind of the same story, maybe a couple of flurries into northwestern Montana. As we turn our attention now to Sunday morning, we're going to start to see an area of low pressure off the Pacific develop. It's not going to do much still. A little bit of moisture, western Montana, pretty calm into eastern Montana. But as we start heading through this next week, we're going to see more area of low pressure develop off of the coast, and we're going to start to see a better chance of moisture moving in. But that's not likely going to get here until Friday, maybe Saturday of this next week. It's still a long ways out. It could change a little bit, but the bottom line is this next week, flurries, western Montana, a little bit of mountain snow there. Central Montana, above average temperatures and breezy. Eastern Montana still staying a little bit cooler, but pretty minimal activity as well. Now, we've talked a little bit about, you can hear my garage heater going there in the background. Anyways, long story short, we've been talking a little bit about that Pacific decadal oscillation, those colder temperatures off of the Gulf of Alaska, still a textbook La Nina signal across the ocean right now, but we're going to be keeping a very close eye on that colder water off of the Gulf of Alaska, because as that starts to develop, the negative PDO, that's what's going to start generating some of those areas of low pressure and potentially firing off a little more moisture, some colder temperatures here over the next couple of months. So we'll be monitoring that very closely. So weather headlines, really for the most part, mild, still breezy. Cooler, though, throughout eastern and northeastern Montana. Those daytime highs, more 20s, 30s, that sort of thing. Some moisture out west into the weekend. The best chance of moisture, again, is going to be fast forwarding to Friday, Saturday, not this weekend, the following weekend, all right? And again, as I mentioned, chance of snow here, not this weekend, but next weekend. So thank you so much for joining us on this Weather Wednesday, taking a close in-depth look at that Montana weather forecast. And again, let me know your thoughts. Do you want these forecasts around that 4-minute realm? Do you want them up to 7? What would you like to see on Weather Wednesdays? We're really going to officially launch things here after the first of the year. We're recording this here on New Year's Eve, and some fun things to come this next, we'll call it, year with your Weather Wednesdays. And of course, your Clear Source forecast here from Montana. I'm meteorologist Jason Laird. Happy New Year, and we'll see you soon, friends.